It's Friday afternoon. And boys, since last time I saw you for the Fishman stream, Bucks, Fear the Doggone Deer, world champions. Pretty exciting. We're pretty excited about it. I want to share this video quickly with friends, Hither and Jan. Friends, we're wearing shorts today because it's hotter than Hades here behind the shutter curtain. So muggy, so juicy. So as a resulto, we're wearing some shorts and showing off our sweet gams for the peeps. When you're showing the gams for the peeps, they usually make comments that we look like creeps. I say, well, I'd rather be cool than cool. Say what? Hear that? I'd rather be cool than cool sometimes. That's a song there somewhere. Sometimes bad is bad, sometimes cool is cool. Am I right? Rich Moran from Boston says hello. Hello to you. We say hello right back. We say hello right back. We went to the parade yesterday and saw Giannis and Middleton and PJ Tucker, the gang. And I'm a little disappointed that I haven't heard from Giannis yet or the people about my song called Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm a little disappointed. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks and six. Bucks and six. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Freak, freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Freak, freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks and six. Bucks and six. Just like that. Metal Bucks champs. Whoa, that's the Giannis jam. You know, we didn't see Giannis over at the Chick-fil-A when he went in there. That would have been humorous. That wasn't too far away from our house, as a matter of fact, when he wanted 50 of those delicious chicken morsels. My favorite, he said, not 49, not 51, 50. It was the most glorious thing. Isn't it right? Am I right or am I right? Today I'm using my Wildwood 10 57 Strat with our sweet Fishman Fluence single with pickups on board. I did take out my spare Koch amplifier, the Greg. This was the first one I had. It sounds magnificent as well, so I'm digging it. Mike Green was asking what I was using in regard for the auto-wah, and I'm not telling. Actually, no, it's a little thing I've discovered. It's a couple of arrows in my gristle quiver. Wait a minute. That sounds like I might need counseling. No, that's the wrong one. Right here, if you will see, I've got a little dandy pedal board. It looks crooked. This is the Waka Waka. It's made by my buddy Tim Yarnig. And then I put on another pedal he made for me called the F Up, which is a octave fuzz. There you have it. Yes, I did a gig last night. I posted a little snippet. I was a little excitable. It didn't seem like that many notes in the moment. But hey, you know what? Sometimes you're feeling it, and it feels a little wordy. But that happens. You know what? Sometimes it happens. The The wah-wah I'm using is actually, that's the wacko. Quack, quack, quack. Sometimes it's hard to turn that thing off, but that's good because sometimes it's hard to turn them on and off. What? Dylan is a beast. Dylan, let's rock out for the kids. Why don't you do a groove, and I'm going to break in. Dylan just got back. He was up in Minneapolis. He plays. Is that going to be an every Wednesday thing now?
No, maybe every other Wednesday.
Every other Wednesday. But we'll let you know. He'll be back up in Minneapolis at the old Bunkers. A legendary venue in beautiful Minneapolis. Adam Bomb in the house. Adam Bomb in the house. Adam Bomb in the house. Oh, Lord have mercy. Sometimes a tasty, bubbly water is just what the doctor ordered. All right, hit a groove. Hit up a groove, Dylan, and I'm going to come on in with something. Dire Wolf is in the house, so is Sam, so is Lillenberg, boo, and Mighty Sean. And Jasek, we see you. Adam Baum is in the house, Wonder Egg, and Jerry Simmons. So, which guitars come with Fluent's classic open core humbuckers in stock? That I do not know, Jerry. And Ryan usually pipes in, but Ryan had a rehearsal right now, so he is not with us, or he Johnny on the spot with that. But I do think that there are, some new Epiphones that come stock with the delights, the sonic delights of the open core classic humbuckers. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? I said, no, can you dig it? That was up and about. It did feel kind of up and ish, didn't it? Tell you what, this Koch amp sounds good too. This is my other Greg amplifier. I have 3 in total. One's at the shop because I beat it into submission. This is my other one. I also have a head version with a 212 cabinet. And then I have the little Gristle, which I used the couple last days. And I used it on my gig last night with I brought the gold top Lester with my new P90s in it straight into that amp. It's a particularly potent combination. So I brought that out to the gig straight into that rascal. And it spoke the language of the night. I'm not going to lie to you. This is I probably got this guitar 9 years ago. Fender Custom Shop Wildwood 1057 Strat. With the Fishman Fluence doggone single with pickup. Trying to figure out a way to get out of that one. Woo! The power of rock is delicious. Is delicioso. Quick review of what I'm using here. This Stratocaster outfitted with Fishman Flu single width pickups going into my signature Koch amplifier, the Greg. All the gain and stuff you're hearing is on this doggone amplifier, and it sounds delicious. And that's all there is to it. What? Grunge jazz. Yes, Robert. I'll take that. I'll take that. Woo! Go Bucks. That's it. Bucks at 6. They did it. Couldn't believe it. Went to the parade yesterday. Man, it was good times. Throngs of humans. And hopefully, yeah, we'll be all right. Oh, Lord. But it was a good time. The city was just going nuts. Everyone had a good old time. Everyone got along great. It was good, clean fun. Is it bad to say that you like this amp the best? No, Joe. This is my favorite device. I do enjoy using the little gristle for like throw and goes, like last night. It's more of an old school kind of turn the volume down to get clean, turn the volume up on your guitar for overdrive. Although you can run the little gristle cleaner and then use pedals. It's got great verb on it. It's only 12 watts, 12 or 4 watts, so it can do the low volume thing. But I was playing at a club last night. We filled it up just fine with it. It's a loud 12 watts, folks. When I turn that thing up, people know it. And good, clean fun. But that being said, the little gristle, we don't have a time yet. I got an update from the Koch amp people, and they have all the cabinets made. They're waiting on some. They're a victim of, like so many other people, of the supply chain issues that are going on throughout a variety of different industries. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they're going to be in stores by the end of the year. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to hope it's true. Hopefully before that, but that's what we do. That's what we say. Can you dig it? Tasty Riffage last night. Thank you very much, Eddie. It was fun. We just made stuff up on the spot. Not dissimilar to what Dylan and I do, but last night I had a particularly maniacal. Anthony Deutsch is this unbelievable keyboard player. And last night he was just playing like Moog bass with this other little keyboard off to the side. That guy's a freak of nature, dude. Let me tell you what. He's a freak of nature. He's got secret powers. And the other guys were great too. It was just good, clean fun. What kind of output tyranny? He's talking about the little gristle amp has a single EL34, although you can swap it out for a 6L6, I believe, or a 6V6, I believe is what they told me. Does the Greg sound glorious at moderate volumes? It certainly does. I've got it it's 50 watts right now. You can have it on 25 watts. But a lot of times I just keep it on 50 watts and then just turn the master down. And it sounds unbelievably good at low volumes. I'm going to tell you that the overdrive sounds very natural at low volumes. So that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see. I'm going to just... I always like doing it. ga do swatch googie gangoosh with you. Yum 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 yum. That's what the amp sounds like it's saying, and that's what it's making me say. Yum 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 yum. Todd, what's going on out there? We see you. It's more Hendrixian in nature. Although anytime the Univibe is played, people either think Hendrix or they think Trower. Or, yeah, that's pretty much it, right? You hear the Univibe and you say, egads. You hear but it's not a Univibe. It's actually the harmonic vibrato that comes in my signature amp, the Greg. Can you dig it? The name of this shall be Gristletrower. Ladies and gentlemen, Gristletrower. Orange Sunshine Room. Oh, yes. Gilmore did use a Leslie. I think he used a Univibe as well as a phaser every now and again. Heard some phasing. What was on the floor? Asked Shane. It's a Jam Pedals Waco, which I love. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic device. Is it wrong that I removed the middle pickups on my Strat? No, whatever does it for you, six-string samurai. I do love middle pickups on Strats, though. I got to be honest. That Jimmy sound. I like that barky sound. It's barky and it's juicy. Ooh, yeah. That's an old tune of mine called JSK. Anyone know what JSK stands for? Stands for John Stephen Koch, my offspring. My youngest offspring, my youngest offspring, my youngest offspring, John Stephen Koch. My youngest offspring, John Stephen Koch. Sassy cat in the house. We know an individual named Sassy Cat. We know an individual named Sassy Cat. We know an individual named Sassy Cat. Sassy Cat, Sassy Cat. What cue was I? Always G. No one individual named Sassy Cat. 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 Oh, people of the world, unite. That's what I like to say. Rando jams, random jams, random jams, random jams. Ba-da-da-da-do-do-do. Listen, what? You were hearing this Stratocaster. It's actually a Wildwood 1057 with Fishman fluence, single with pickups into my Koch amp. It's called a Greg. Now I'm going to plug in a guitar you guys probably haven't seen for a while. I did use it on the Wildwood stream the other day. This was the first guitar I got with my Fishman fluence Gristletown pickups for Telecaster guitar. This is a Wildwood 1055. And as you plainly hear, it is a rock and roll weapon of the night and of the day. I like all of it. I'm here for all of it. Yeah, they're kind of indifferent. That when it gets to this, it's in C. And the first part of it's in A, in E. Rakakukukak. Rakatukukak. That's a little song we called Unrepentant. My wife doesn't like that name. She's like, that's not a good name for that song. And in retrospect, maybe she's right, but it is what it is. Am I right or am I right? All it meant was that I'm not afraid to rock. You know what I'm saying? Some people get like, oh, rock, oh, stop, oh. I say, I am unrepentantly a rocker. Okay, that's all it means. It's not like I'm some kind of raging, guiltless, rampaging soul. No. Yes. When's the next online gig with Toby? We're going to do that at the end of the month. So July 30, we shall do an online thing. And then we're playing a private party on the Saturday. And then August 1st, we're going to be up in Bayfield, Wisconsin. So any of you up in the Apna, Bayfield, Wisconsin, we're doing a co-bill with Deke Dickerson. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be at the Bayfield Arena on Sunday, August 1st. Mark it in your calendars, because Bayfield is one beautiful-ass place. And then we're going to go out the next day and get a little tour of the Apostle Islands and see all the beauty and the splendor of nature's bounty. And nature's bounty, it calls us. Nature's bounty, it says, what up? Can you dig it? Nature's bounty. Nature's bounty. This guitar is a screaming demon. That's all I'm going to say. My new album will be called Non-Repugnant. I like that. Nicely done. There are nice lakes up there in the beautiful Bayfield. Of course, we're going to be seeing the big one. We're going to be seeing old Lake Superior. The big lake they call Gachigumi. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down. What? So again, folks, this particular instrument I'm playing is the first guitar I got with my Fishman Fluence Gristletone pickup sort Telecaster. And this is a Wildwood 1055 Telly. Weighs nothing. And it screams like a banshee in heat. It screamed like a banshee in heat. Screamed like a banshee in heat. Oh. That felt pretty good. Dylan back there on those drums. It's time for talkie time. This is the part we open up for questions. Now, Dylan is armed with a microphone back there. Are you not?
I am.
Where is that microphone? Oh, it's right there. You can ask us questions. You can ask us questions. Say what? You can ask the questions. That's a song called "Boogie Yourself," Drade, and that's off the Koch Marshall Trio record, the first one, which we called "Toby Arrives." And I actually played that on this guitar. That's why I felt like playing it. And there you have it. I did it. Can't do it again. Can't do it again. Yeah, so we were actually messing around in the studio. The first time we played with the trio with Toby, we recorded the Toby Arrives song itself. The first two tracks were literally as they happened the first time we ever played them, first time we ever played together. 2 weeks later, we recorded the rest of the record. That's what Toby Arrives is. And I said, let's do a boogie. And I had that little riff. I made up a little head. And also, we did that song right before it, Enter the Rats. Dylan's girlfriend at the time had 2 pet rats, and she carried them with her often where she went. And at one point when we were tracking, I had my eyes closed, and she came through as we were tracking with her little cage with these creatures in it, and I was oblivious to it all. And then when we got done, they said, "Did you see the rats come through?" I said, "What? There's rats in here? Huh? Hoey, ho, ho." I said, No, the pet rats. And so I named that song "Enter the Rats." And at the end of "Enter the Rats," we went into the boogie, and that's kind of how it went. Does Dylan want reverb, but he'd like it dry vocally? I don't think he cares one way or the other. I don't think he cares one way or the other. What brand of cymbals does Dylan use? Oh, it's funny. He just brought a new ride cymbal. What did you get, Dylan?
Well, funny enough, in the middle of playing, I switched it out. I got this new Stanton Moore Crescent Sabian cymbal. It's a 22-inch ride, but it just doesn't have enough go-go juice. So I switched it out actually in the middle of us playing just now, because it sounds good and it has great definition, but it just doesn't pick up in volume at all. That's the only problem I have with the cymbal. It just doesn't go to the extra mile.
Oh, I see. Let me just make sure your mic is on here, Dylan. So
I think I can hear. Yeah.
Dylan's vocal is on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
on.
here.
You're on, Big Daddy.
Yeah. This is but it's a good cymbal.
He
but
got a
it's
new
just
hi-hat already, Patrick. He's got a new hi. What did you
Yeah,
get?
this is a dark K's. Dark Zildjian K's, 14-inch.
Dark Zildjian keys.
Yeah. Custom dark K's.
Custom dark, custom dark, custom dark. Mark Nicholas wants to know, have you ever played a Marshall Major for those 200-watt moments? No, I used to like to use a 100-watt Marshall head, but I would take the 2 outside tubes out. And I had a tall JTM 45 Marshall cabinet. I still have that. I actually won that years ago, 1989. There was a contest in Guitar Player magazine. They had just reissued the Blues Breaker combo and head and cabinet. And it says, send 60 seconds of your best blues licks. And I did, and it was a shitty recording, I might add. There was a buzz all the way through it. At that time, I was working at this music store, and I had this tape, and I had it on DAT. And I said to the guy in the studio, hey, can you make me a quick copy of this? And he said, oh, sure, I'll do it. And he didn't give a sweet gnat's ball about doing what I wanted to do it. So I got the tape and had this buzz through it. But it had to be out in the mail. It was up against the deadline. So I shipped it out. So here's this tape with this running through it. And of me, I had a Jim Kelly amp at the time. I used a Strat. And I did a little blues thing with my trio at the time. Sent it in, forgot all about it. And I got a call months later. And it was a conference call with these guys going, hey, is this Greg? I'm like, yeah. Hey, you remember that contest you entered with Marshall? Well, you're the winner. You've won Marshall Half Stack. So I wasn't the grand prize winner. I was runner-up. So I'd like to just say whoever won the main prize. Look at me now, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. I didn't say any of that. He's probably a world-renowned Sasquatch. Maybe it was John Mayer that won the first prize.
That son of a bitch.
That son of a gun. Not only could he wield the licks, but he could write such favorable hits for the kids that they love it. They drink it up like sweet sangria. Ooh, John Mayer. Your body is a wonderland. Oh, oh, ha, hey, oh. Can you dig it? Anyway. Ooh. As the scrolls foretold, am I right or am I right? Christopher Prim asks the important question, what do you want for dinner? That's a good question. I did have lunch out today, so I might have a very conservative dinner. I've been trying to, yeah. So I've managed to keep the weight off, but I usually try to curtail my feasting quite a bit. I have these energy bars that I consume. Yum-yums. And, but we'll see what the fam wants to do. See what we got in the Gristle Kitchen. In the Gristle Kitchen of Broken Dreams. Gristle Kitchen of Broken Dreams. The Gristle Kitchen of Broken Dreams. Can Dylan drum the crunch? I think it's like that. That was off the cuff, but it conjured up the feeling of that. It conjured up the feeling of the tune in question. Of course, Dylan knows the Purdy Shuffle. That's what we use. That's what he uses on Welch's Grape. Oh, he's gonna go get some water now. He's had it. Pancakes and sausage here, boy, that sounds good. Breakfast for dinner is always a catchy feast. Breakfast for dinner, dinner for questions, a question for dinner, but dinner for questions. Any pickup preference for your T-style guitars? Yes, Pat. These very signature pickups of mine called the Gristletone T-style pickups made by Fishman. Fishman Fluence, Gristletone signature pickups for Dre Rooney. What have I done? I think I'm on point. I did something strange. I like this. Please make more guitars in the Blue Mistake. It's the best one. I'm going to get that on a t-shirt. Mix some guitar with the blue mistake, with the blue mistake, with the blue mistake. What? I'm sure that'll be back. I'm sure that blue mistake will happen again. He's talking about the first run of my Fishman. This color right here, as a matter of fact, of my Reverend Gristle Master. Or actually, this is called the Gristle 90. This color was a mistake. So the first few months of runs of these guitars are in this color, which we call Bradford Beach Blue. And the other one was switched to the Tosa Turquoise, which I prefer, but I like this color too. I got to be honest, I like that. First, I was on the Rats. On the Rats, I was on the fence. I just read Rats in the studio. I heard they are high on gristle. I like that kind of talk. That blue is beautiful. I do like it so. It's Lucifer's dad. That's right, Donald. Lucifer's dad. Dad of Lucifer. Dad of Lucifer. Of course, this is Lucifer, my mighty Reverend Gristle Master. Laura likes the mistake as well. Mistake blue. Maybe we should change it from Bradford Beach Blue to Mistake Blue. I don't think that has the right positive spin that the marketers like. They like always a positive sheen. If you say mistake blue, oh, what do you mean? Is my guitar a mistake? No, you see, it's a joke. No, you can't be clever. You can't be clever because people don't get it. You can't be clever because people don't get it. I want to get a t-shirt that says that. You can't be clever because people don't get it. But we do, right? Present company excluded from that remark. All right. I like what we've done here today. There is no beach in Bradford, West Yorkshire. Bradford Beach is actually down on Lake Michigan, downtown Milwaukee on the east side, not downtown, north of downtown. But it's a beautiful place. Many people see it from out of town and they go, we had no idea that this existed. And I said, yeah, I'd like to keep it that way. Okay? We don't want a bunch of people coming here and going, oh, I didn't know Milwaukee was such a cool town. I'd let them think it's some kind of post-industrial quagmire from the gates of Mordor. I don't care because I dig it. Because I dig it. You're going to have a lakefront. It is beautiful. The color of the water is beautiful. Nature's finery. Delicious. Can you dig it? Does anyone know if Greg is coming out east? Hi, Watt Steve. I certainly hope so. We're arranging some things as the fall progresses. I'll keep you guys apprised of when I'll be getting out and about. We'll see what happens. There might be some things in October. We're going to Europa for the most of November, it looks like. And then I'll be back. I'll probably do some stuff in December as well. And then things will just kind of come up from there. Can you dig it? We want to come to Massachusetts, definitely. We're going to make that happen. We're coming to Boston, more than a feeling. Actually, the guitars don't weigh a quarter ton, Joe. They're actually quite hospitable. They're quite hospitable in weight. Anyway, you will turn up on Andertons. I would imagine so. In some way, shape, or form, we'll probably... Yes, we are coming to London. We're going to be at the Half Moon in Putney. We did very well last time we played there. All the people came out to hear the Grizzly James. And it was good, clean fun. My wife's family is from Lodi, Wisconsin. And, Lodi, yeah, it's a little northwest of Madison. We go through. I had a buddy of mine in college that was from Lodi. His name was Mike Tressler. He played drums, but for some reason his nickname was Animal Nerd. I did not bestow this moniker upon him, and I didn't quite understand it. But I think it was because he looked like kind of a nerd, but when he got behind the drum set, he was an animal. So his nickname was Animal Nerd. You know, the kids. They come up with the most sensitive names for their friends. I was born outside of Waukegan, Illinois. I can dig it. How about Half Moon Putney? How about the Fear of the Deer? That was a glorious game. All the games were glorious. It was a hard-fought contest, all of them. But you know who reigned supreme? Your Milwaukee Bucks! It was kind of funny because as we went to the... I had forgotten that my buddy Eric Jensen is the announcer for the Milwaukee Bucks. I knew him as, he's a disc jockey. He produces this radio show in town here, a popular morning radio show. And but I didn't know that he was the voice of the Milwaukee Bucks. And he comes out on stage, and I was like, I'm Eric Johnson, and these are your Milwaukee Bucks. And I was like, I turned to the kids, I go, I played at his wedding. It was kind of funny because I played at his wedding, and we rocked the house. We rocked his world. It was one of the few weddings I played at that didn't end in a horrible divorce. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We like to provide delicious entertainment for your listening and dining pleasure if everything works out, but my track record's not good. We do our job. Now you got to do yours. Keep the lines of communication open. Don't be a knucklehead. Try to make it last. But even given that, they say you got a 50-50 chance of having your marriage last. If we play at your wedding, it's not that good. Okay, I'm just saying. Not my fault. Okay, I'm just going to say that. I went to the parade, Steve. That was yesterday. We went down there. It was magnificent. We had a good old time. How do you do that shot of Man in Reno, very high harmonic? Oh, Marco, you are a rascal. I just grabbed the G-string behind here, and I give it a good, you got to have some heat on it, all right? You literally just ping that G-string, and you can bend it afterwards, and somehow the pitch keeps going, which is delightful. It's in the scrolls. Exactly correct. It's in the scrolls. Maddie K, the wife and I are going on 60 years old and no end in sight. Very good. Well, you know why, Maddie? We didn't play at your wedding. If we did play at your wedding, the percentages wouldn't be good. I'm just saying. I'm not exactly, first of all, I don't like playing at weddings for the most part because there's always like, oh, we really want you to come and play our wedding. No one will be asking you for money. No one will be yelling Freebird. We just want you to do your thing. And then you get there, and Aunt Judy is going, why didn't you play Gwintle the Gweedle Gwintle? Or do you guys know the, and oh, for the love of cry-eye. Now, don't get me wrong. I do have an emergency stash of songs I could play that will turn any audience to our favor within a very short period of time. So I do reserve that right. I'll open up that pouch, squidle, and start digging deep. Stoidle. Schweenel, schwuckle, and but I'd rather not. Okay, but typically it always turns into, can you guys turn down? Grandma Mildred is having a hard time. I'm like, listen, you hired me to rock your brain, and that's what I'm here to do. And then of course it ends in a horrible divorce. But what are you gonna do? I did my part. No, I've never played at a funeral. that I haven't done. What are the tunes? Oh, there's always the obligatory Stones and Beatles and Johnny Cash and Wonderful Tonight. Gets them every time. Play that stuff. You play a little. It gets them every time. Stones and Beatles and a little Johnny Cash. Stones and Beatles and a little. It's a miracle. Anyways, folks. Well, listen. Great hanging with you. Someone asked if there's any Colorado gigs coming up. Not yet. We're working on it. We will come at some point in time and engage in sweet musical activity. All right, folks, have a great weekend. Don't do anything crazy. Just enjoy yourselves within reason. And we will assemble back here again on Monday. Can you dig it? Will you dig it? Well, all right. We'll see you later. And let's make sure I shut it off properly. Yesterday, I forgot to shut it off, and I was so glad I didn't pick my nose or something weird. I didn't. So I passed the test. Maybe it was a pass put to me by the scrolls themselves. They said, hey, you know what we're going to do to you? Palsy boy, we're going to pretend that your thing is shut off, but it's not, and we're going to see what you do when the camera's off. And all I did was grab my phone, look around a little bit, give my beard a little massage, and then somebody said, you're still on, dude. And I saw that. I was like, oh, and I turned it off. So Advantage trade. All right, we'll see you cats later.